how do you feel about where you've landed now? Like, who is the Renee today? What version of this is you? How are you feeling?
Yeah. My manager and I were just talking about this in the car. Every couple months, I get into this like new wave of like where like something really settles in, where I'm like at a new level, or I feel like personally I'm at a new level, or I'm at like a different level of visibility. Typically in the past, it's felt really good. Right now, to be honest, it feels very scary in like a lot of ways. Just like I'm really aware of myself all of a sudden. So I love the changes. I feel very grateful right now for everything I've done, and hopefully, knock on wood or whatever, continue to do. But the newness and the new levels, when they come, it knocks me.
Yeah.
It knocks me.
What's scary?
I am becoming much more aware of how people perceive me. And whether that's good or bad or in between, I feel some kind of way about it. And I'm trying to like let that go really bad. I'm trying really, really hard. It's not been working. I'm like, we had like a bunch of like stuff come out this morning about like the album. And granted, this is all like fairly good news. But I like immediately just started having such an anxiety attack because I was like, oh, I just don't want anybody to ever speak about me again, which is exactly why I'm here today. And exactly why I keep doing this. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know. It's interesting. It's never really sat with me before in that way. Like this really hit me about a week ago where I was like, oh, I've actually chosen to like have a very visible life. It just really hit me, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, in my own small way, I can relate to that as well. In my own world.
It's the same thing though.
What's really interesting is I think from the outside in,
yeah,
a level up looks quite, at least from the way I perceive it, my opinion.
Sure.
I think from the outside in, most people's careers level up look very orchestrated and manufactured, when in reality, they're a lot more organic and they're a lot more natural.
I think so, especially of course I'm such like an internet rat. Like I really have to get better about like not reading everything. I'm so bad at that. I like commend people who are good at being like, I'm gonna turn my phone off and not take this to heart. I cannot do that. I care so much and I gotta let that go. But I definitely feel that way because I read things sometimes, again, that I shouldn't be reading, but that are so interesting to me. Like somebody the other day called me an industry plant, and I was like, bro, I wish I was an industry plant. I was like, that would be amazing. I was like, that would be iconic. I was like, if like my father was like some like industry mogul, that would be lovely. He went into like medical sales. Like he didn't help me out like that, you know? So yeah, it's always interesting. And I find it really silly and funny, but